Despite James Harden having an off night in Game 4, what makes him such a special one-on-one player in the league, and is he the best one-on-one player in the league?
Okay, one-on-one player means you can generate scoring off of nothing. Yeah. I realized the more you watch James Harden, you realize because he's not fast, he's strong, he has the ability to get by people with the shake and bake. So the fact that I wouldn't call him a one-on-one player, because a one-on-one player, if you just give him the ball on the wing and say you have 2-3 dribbles, I don't think he can be efficient with 2 to 3 dribbles, because he needs to dribble at least 4 to 5 times. He needs to bounce the ball 4 to 5 times to make you shake so he can go by you.
So it's not a rhythm thing, it's just to get the defender out the way, or what?
Yeah, to make you, like today's game, they want to make the defender move left or right. You know, so if you look at him, Kyrie, they do all these moves to shift these guys left or right so they can take that corner.
Yeah.
They're not fast, and that's the difference. They're not as fast. So if you say, all right, James, go, you got 2 dribbles. I don't think he has enough moves to go off of 2 dribbles. I mean, if he goes right, you know it's going to be a step back. He's going left. He would try to get to the basket with those 2 dribbles, but if not, he's going to try to pull up for a step back. So I don't think he has enough one-on-one skill off dead momentum.
So who would you say is one of the best one-on-one players in the league? To give us an example, because you named 2 people that people would assume would be the top players.
You know, it's so hard because the game is not played like that anymore.
Right, that makes sense.
Like, you know, like Joe Johnson was a great one-on-one player.
ISO Joe.
You know, Melo was a great one-on-one player. Now everybody is putting the ball on the floor 52 times before they actually.
What about like a Lou Williams? Lou's slinking up to score on guys in different
in a one-on-one matchup,
doesn't pound the ball into the floor.
In a one-on-one matchup, Lou will be great because he has the up fakes, the jabs, and all that to move around.
He needs 3 dribbles.
I think a guy that you talked about this playoffs that could be a dark horse on this list is Drew Holiday. Bone, who are you eyeing as best one-on-one players in the league?
It's tough for me to say that best one-on-one because I view it different.
Yeah.
When you spoke on James Harden, I think that we are being we're mesmerized by the moves. I've been seeing it for so long that, you know, I'm not really mesmerized per se because I grew up watching players like Damon Stoudemire and Nick Van Exel.
Right.
And those guys were crafty the same kind of way. Yeah. But I think when you want to say ISO players, it would be more difficult to play a person like Jamal Crawford than it would be to.
Why do you feel that way? Just
because in an ISO situation, there's no screens, there's no help. That's what we're assuming.
Right.
I don't believe James. After a while, he would have to, you know, kind of get you on his hip a little bit more.
Yeah.
Crawford can put you where he needs you to go.
Yeah.
So that's what I believe the difference is. A person that can handle the ball good enough can put you where they need you to go. Not saying James can't shift you that way, but it's much easier for him to get you on his hip and then get him, you know, the cross backs and so on and so forth.
Exactly.
But so I view it that way. Even a guy like C.J. McCollum, if you give him an ISO, he's going to get by you and he's going to get a shot off because of his ability to put you where he wants you to go.
That's a great name. Cap, do you have anybody that you have in mind as far as best?
I mean, Lou was the one that came to mind, especially, and again, you talking about how you've kind of changed my view of the closer in the game. And Lou came to mind, Jamal came to mind. I mean, I think the obvious ones like the Harden and Kyrie's, again, guys that dribble the ball into the floor too much kind of makes sense of why they wouldn't be the best one-on-one player per se. Maybe can't quite cook up guys the way you ideally want to. So I think the best example I can give is the one I gave to Gil, which was Lou.
Yeah, see, I think fans and just a lot of media out there, they don't understand the difference. Like I always see, like on Instagram, they have like this big one-on-one tournament, and then they always have like LeBron in it. Right. And I'm like, no, he's not a one-on-one player. He's just a game player. You know, there's game players, there's one-on-one players. So just like a shooter, you have your Klay Thompson, and then you have a Steph. Klay Thompson is just straight catch and shoot. You know, Steph moves and shoot. And that's how one-on-one players are. You have one-on-one players who can say, all right, give me the ball, 2 dribbles, let's go, and we're going to play one-on-one, and I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
Real quick before we move on to tonight's games, if you're building a franchise, what player are you preferring, a gamer or a one-on-one type of player, if you're a GM?
Gamer.
Gamer?
I'm taking Kyrie at the one.
Taking a one-on-one?
But see, I like with Kyrie, he reminded me of Steve Francis. Mm-hmm. Well, they have all the moves in the world, and they also want to use all those moves. Like, you don't, like, I know you can beat me, but you want to beat me.
You don't need
I go that way.
Yeah.
Now you're going to wait for me to come back so you can make me go that way again just to get your shot off. Like, a real killer just says, all right, go, I'm gone. I'm going to just score 40 against you. You can have all the highlights. You can have the highlights with 16 points or 20 points. Like, I really thought Kyrie was going to average 30 this year. And I'm like,
he didn't.
For a guy who's so clutch, I mean, this man is clutch. It's just he's more of a highlight reel than he is just a straight juggernaut player.
I never viewed it that
Like,
way.
it reminds me of how Steve Francis is. If you watch Steve Francis highlight, it's like, all right, I shook you, I got you beat. I can
bring you right back.
I'm gonna give you the hezzy, pull it, bring it back. Like, Jesus Christ, like, fucking shoot the ball already. We could have been back down the court by now.